Hello, beautiful soul. Your emotions are your inner angels towards your abundance, towards your highest you. Welcome, gorgeous soul, to the fourth episode, to the fourth video out of your whole year journey. New you, new reality. If you haven't yet, I'm inviting you to watch the previous 3 videos. Today we're talking about your emotions. Now, are you mastering your emotions? Or are you running away from your emotions? If you feel your emotions, well, let me tell you, I'm a Cancerian and I used to feel them 10 times stronger than anyone else. Why? Because that's how I chose to. That's how my soul chose to. So, what is your experience with your emotions? If we haven't met yet, welcome. I'm Alina Apopei and I'm a life and business energetics coach, and I help powerful souls to take their inner power back, to get aligned with their soul, with their vision, and manifest everything, but everything that it's your birthright, that you are getting aligned with. And I don't mean your childhood story. I don't mean your parents' story about you. I do not mean everything that you had the need to feed in, to give your power to, but you the soul, you the woman, you the vision, you the business that your soul wants to create, that inner gift, that zone of genius. So what are emotions? Emotions are reactions that individuals experience to various events or situations. So emotions are reactions, are our reactions to everything that we lived, to everything that we experienced. And in here, there are 3 components, 3 ways of you going through these experiences, of you feeling these emotions. There are your subjective ways, excuse me, the way you decided to interpret that situation. There are your physiological response, like those sweaty palms, like that heartbeat, like my physiological one was my hands used to freeze when I was in a fight or flight mood. And your behavioral one, that means what do you do outwards? Of course, you're crying, you're withdrawing, you are refusing to go there, you avoid doing that, or you do that because of an emotion. So the question is, are you mastering your emotions or your emotions master you? And according to what you're answering it, you can say that, are you mastering money or money master you? Are you mastering life or life masters you? Are you mastering success or success masters you? Depends on how you answer to the question of, are you mastering your emotions, or are the emotions making out of you the puppet? And I used to be a puppet of my emotions, because emotions are interpreted as positive or negative. That's what the mind is doing. Positive, because you are living a past experience, so you're feeling joy because when you were little you played with your uncle, yes, and you feel that joy. When you're feeling the negative emotion, or more or less when you suppress it, when you reject it, is because you are avoiding not feeling it due to a past experience, when you were told off, when you were criticized, when you didn't very well in the tests, and you are ashamed when you XYZ. So emotions are not positive nor negative. We give them the cover. We give them the identity according to what we lived. So if everything that I lived into my childhood was traumatizing regarding the money, of course, me as an adult, I couldn't handle money. I was avoiding looking at the envelopes. I was avoiding looking into my bank account. I just couldn't take my power over money. No matter what my career was saying, no matter what my business was saying. Why? Because I couldn't handle the emotions regarding money. I couldn't go back there and understand that those were just some experiences. My parents' experiences, my own childhood experiences regarding money. And if here is about love as well, about relationship, about success, about everything, it's you mastering those emotions. It's simple as this. And if you are asking, why did you live those experiences? Why did you have to go through those emotions? It's simple. Your soul decided to. You don't want to be bored and have a lovely, amazing life and do nothing. No, your soul decided. You're going to be into this body, you're going to go into that country, you're going to go through that experience, you're going to love or not love that experience, you're going to speak that language. You simply chose to, for you to get stronger, for you to get your power back and manifest that what you desire after you master your emotions. So in here you are going to be doing 2 ways of manifesting. In here, I mean in this experience on planet Earth, into your business, into your life, into your everyday, into your movie. You are going to be having an emotional addiction. That means you're going to be doing actions, you're going to be taking decisions for you to feel a certain emotion, or second scenario, you're going to avoid doing something to avoid a certain emotion. Emotive suppression. So let's go to first scenario. If you were used to do this, like I used to be a shopping addiction, yes. I used to feel that emotion of feeling valuable by buying not only 1, 2, 3 pairs of shoes, lots of pairs of shoes. The shoes were coming in, I was opening the box. Yes, they're lovely. So for a few seconds, I was feeling that accomplishment, that fulfillment, that purpose, that inner value. I deserve this. I worked like a lunatic. Therefore, I deserve these shoes. So for a few seconds, I was looking at them. Then I was putting the lid, pile them up. Guess what I was doing next? I was looking for the next pair. The next dress. Yes. Lovely, pretty. Thank you. Put it in there. So I was doing that because I didn't feel that inner emotion of being valuable to me, like me, the way I was at the moment. No. What else was I addicted to? Studying, learning another language. Again, I was looking, what could I study next? What MBA, what BA, what other master I could have studied? What other promotion I could have got in for me to feel that good enough? So my darling, if you are stuck into a pattern like this, that could come from compulsive shopping, studying, overstudying, looking for the next degree, you giving your power to somebody else telling you how good you are because you feel them their needs. Traveling, if you travel after travel after travel because you do not feel good enough where you are, if you are repeating anything just so you can feel validated, so you can find your inner value, so you can feel joy, happiness. And I'm not saying you don't have to travel. I'm not saying you don't have to buy shoes. I'm not saying you don't have to buy dresses. I'm not saying you don't have to do and whatever you have to do. But it depends from what energy you're doing it. If you're okay and you just go to recharge your batteries, that's exactly what you have to do. If you love shoes and you would feel the same without the shoes as you feel with the shoes, go ahead and buy them. If you feel okay with your inner value, and your inner value does not depend the way you are getting dressed, the way you do, the restaurants that you're going, but because you love that, go ahead and do it. So you should feel okay, unshakable, with the same inner value, with the same queen inner energy, no matter if you have the shoes or you don't have the shoes, no matter if you go on holiday or don't go on holiday, no matter if you buy that dress or you don't buy that dress, no matter if you do that or you don't do that. That is the difference. How do you feel without it? That is the answer to your emotional addiction. You are looking for an emotion. Or scenario number 2 is emotion suppression, which means you are not allowing yourself to do something in order not to feel like that. When I started my business and I had to put out myself there on the camera, make myself visible, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so on. And my voice was saying, oh my goodness me. So what do you mean we're going to go over there in a video and then we're going to let all the haters to say everything that they want, but because I was judging myself as that. Because I didn't believe that I'm good enough to open myself the camera and start talking. That's simple what the haters are doing. The haters are just reflecting that what you don't have the courage to look at yourself. It's a mirror of who you are. So what are you suppressing? What are you avoiding doing? Because are you avoiding to go and follow your dream and do that because the world might go against you? But the world goes against you only because you go against yourself. When you're fully aligned with your vision, there's no suppression. There's no emotional addiction. There's nothing. That's pure alignment. You are being that what your soul desires you to be, and full stop. Not because, not when, not how the others want you. No. Pure alignment, authenticity. You say that because you feel that. You do that because you feel that. You are aligned with that identity. You create that because you feel it. It goes through your veins. It's your highest you energy. So, today I'm inviting you, have a look. Which one do you practice? Any emotional addiction? Are you doing something compulsively just to feed in an emotion? Or you're avoiding something for you to avoid feeling like somehow in your past? you're going to be shamed again, that you are going to be told off, that you're going to be told that that's not good enough because you feel that about you. So let your energy talk to you. And I'm going to give you 4 stages of how you master your emotions. First of all, you have to allow your emotions. When you feel pain, you stay with that pain. You do not go and find something to cover it. When you feel shame, you stay with that shame that is talking to you. And by you staying with your emotions, you are literally unblocking your abundance. You are unblocking your energetic field so you can receive more, so you can receive the gift that the universe has for you. So allow those emotions. And yes, if they're going to be painful, go and scream in a pillow. If you feel like crying, go and cry in a pillow. If you feel angry and you feel like hitting, go ahead and hit a pillow. Again and again and again until you take it out from your body. And only then go and distract yourself and watch a comedy. Only then go and do something that is pleasurable for you. Only then go and, let's say, you would lie to yourself, which you're not, because you let it out. You let the anger out. You let the shame out. You let it out, the pain, the crying, the fear. Let them out in a pillow again and again and again, because you are not only crying your tears, you're crying the tears of all the generations before you. You are not letting out your anger when you were little. You are letting out your parents' anger, your grandparents' anger, and so on. You are not letting and crying out your shame, since, I don't know, your teacher shamed you, or you had a critical voice in your childhood saying, this is not good enough, you haven't hovered enough, you haven't done enough, oh, only 9, how about 10 in everything? The shame that others have projected on you, they're not yours. Let them out. The fear of you speaking on a stage, the fear of you speaking in front of a camera, the fear of you taking your soul products, your business, and say to the universe, here we go, this is what I created. That fear that it's close to death is not yours. Cry it in a pillow again and again and again. And then you go and you celebrate it, because you let it go. You alchemize that energy. Step number 2, practice those soul emotions. Practice that joy, that passion, that satisfaction, that love. Practice them every day. Love your garden, love your friends, love your neighbors, love everything, even the ones that do not love you back. This is the clue. Love them, smile at them, good morning. Even if you receive good morning, you would let it go. You will alchemize it. You be the one to smile when the universe doesn't want to smile at you. And after you're doing that, the universe will only send you smiling people, because that's who you are. Step number 3. You let the emotions, you master your emotion. How? You let that emotion to go through you, and you do not take it personally. You do not identify yourself with that emotion. Which means, I want you to imagine that your body is like a sieve, and you put yourself under the jet wash, and the water just goes through you. That's exactly like that. You see the pain, but you let it go through you. You see, you feel your fear, but it's not personal, it's not yours, it's not your story. You let it go. You see the shame, but it's not yours. You let it go through, just like a sieve. The water goes through the sieve. Nice and easy, clean. You do not identify yourself with those emotions. Do not talk about them. Do not play that story. Go and practice joy and love. And step number 4, you mimic the emotions of your desired reality. You mimic the emotions of your successful business. You mimic the emotions of your desired freedom. You mimic, practice it. The emotions of how it's going to be when you're going to have it. You practice that, just like the actress practices a movie again and again and again until she identifies with that role. That's what you're doing. You mimic every day, in the morning, in the evening, when you have time. You mimic, practice it, rehearsal. It's the identity that it's calling you. And it's not like fake it. You fake it until you make it. No. You can't fake it because you are that. It's just a bit of training towards your mind, towards your thought, towards your limiting beliefs, towards your emotions. And if you don't know how to, again, I'm inviting you to go and watch the previous videos. So, my beautiful you, this is what I have for you. Please let me know in the comments, what are you taking from this? How are you becoming the master of your emotions? And then the money just comes in. How are you mastering your emotions? And then the reality, the desired reality, the soul business that it's calling you, it's going to be in front of you. But it starts with you mastering these emotions. All right, my darling you, I'm sending you infinite love and alignment. Your energy is your power. And your life and business can only copy who you are, your identity, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, your energy.